Greetings, everybody. I'm Larry Williams, the Director of CARMA, the Consortium for the Advancement of Research Methods and Analysis at Texas Tech University and the Rawls College of Business. It is September 21st, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to the first version of our CARMA Quick Chat. We will be conducting a lot of these types of chats with friends of CARMA and friends of myself in the upcoming year. And today we're very excited to have joining me for our first one, Dr. Herman Aguinis. You may know that Herman is the Avram Tucker Distinguished Scholar and Professor of Management and now Chairperson of the Department of Management at the George Washington University School of Business. And you may also know that Herman is the current President of the Academy of Management. You may not know that we're chatting with Herman because he will be next Friday on October the 1st, delivering the Larry James Memorial Lecture to kick off our CARMA Webcast Lecture series. And we're particularly excited about that because Herman actually gave the first CARMA webcast dating way back to the fall of 2004. Herman's been a dear friend over the years, a big supporter. Just quickly highlight past editor of Organizational Research Methods. Less well known is that he was the drummer in the CARMA band. So Herman, it's just great to see you again. Welcome back to CARMA. We're really very excited about your talk. So I'd like to ask you a little bit about the Academy of Management. It's been a tough couple of years for the Academy, I'm sure. Having, I think, 2 conferences be virtual. Nevertheless, you must be excited to be heading into your year as president. What types of things are you looking to do? What are your plans for the upcoming year?
Well, thank you, Larry, for your kind words. And the verb tense you used for the CARMA band, you said was the drummer. I didn't know we got fired. No, we still have the band going.
I usually add that we're on hiatus.
Yes.
But I also am quick to say that come January, we will be starting our 25th year of CARMA. And so I thought, boy, if there was ever a reason to get the band back together for a special performance, that would be it. So keep your drumsticks handy, my friend.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for your kind words and for continuing to make so many contributions to the field. Methods and the field in general. So in terms of the Academy of Management, the Academy is actually thriving. And the reason is we have a global community of very engaged researchers and educators. And some of you may know the Academy has 26 divisions and interest groups. For example, organizational behavior, strategy, research methods, HR, entrepreneurship. Also, the Academy has about 20,000 members who live in 114 different countries. And you mentioned the virtual conferences. In 2021, our virtual conference had about 10,000 participants. The Academy is a big operation. It's a big tent. We have an annual operating revenue of about $12 million and an investment portfolio of about $50 million. So yes, the Academy is doing very well, and thanks to the engagement of so many members all over the world.
I'm glad to hear that AOM is doing so well. I've participated in those conferences. It was an important mechanism, a vehicle for giving me a sense of purpose and meaning as I got started with the Research Methods Division. So I'm just glad to hear that. So as I mentioned, it has been a difficult year. COVID has created a lot of different complications, and as I interact with people, it's really a special feeling to see that while so many have had struggles and difficulties and lost people that they care dearly about, many are pushing through and doing well. And I get the sense from tracking all that you're doing that you're one of those people. So how did you learn to cope with the complications of COVID over the past year? And what do you do different in response to that?
Well, yeah, it's been really, really hard for a lot of people, both professionally and personally, and continues to be so. So as you mentioned, I'm also serving as department chair in addition to president of the Academy of Management. So as department chair, I've seen firsthand how difficult this past year and a half has been for faculty, our colleagues, for staff, for students and their families. So thinking about the future in the Academy of Management, we're taking a very close look at ourselves and also at external opportunities and threats that may be coming our way. So right now at the Academy, we're focusing on strengthening our value proposition. And to do so, we're going to take on 5 different strategic paths. Number 1, we are in the process of reimagining and reinvigorating membership. We're asking questions such as, what's the meaning of Academy of Management membership? Why should people from countries all over the world become and remain members of the Academy? Number 2, we're also trying to fuel division and interest group innovation and support. I mentioned we have 26 divisions and interest groups. For example, what are the new initiatives that our divisions can engage in to serve our members all year round and not just at our annual meeting? A lot of the members of the Academy think about the Academy as an annual meeting, but we have activities going on all the time, all year round. Number 3, you mentioned the meetings. So we are now in the process of reinventing the meetings, thinking about hybrid, in-person, virtual. What are the most effective formats for our conferences? How can we leverage what we learn about virtual conferences to improve our meetings? Not just the conference, but also meetings of the boards of our 7 journals, meetings of the divisions and their leadership, meetings of the Board of Governors and the Executive Committee of the Academy as well. Number 4, technology. What types of IT investments do we need to make sure we're serving our members well? And the 5th strategic path deals with operational sustainability. As I mentioned, the Academy is a large operation. I didn't mention that the Academy also employs 40 full-time employees. So what are the operations and procedures that we should improve in terms of speed, efficiency, and cost? So these are times of change for sure. But personally for me and all of the leadership, it is very exciting because we can actually apply what we teach and what we learn from our own research in our own professional organization. So it's an opportunity to bridge the science practice gap in a way.
That sounds great. That's all very exciting. Herman, for all of your successes outside of the area of scholarship, such as your role as an editor and leader of a professional organization, you have stayed very focused with your research. And so I'd be curious as to what types of research projects that you anticipate pursuing in the upcoming year.
You're right, Larry. I mean, I love research. I love working with doctoral students. I love mentoring junior faculty, working with them, thinking about problems, thinking about asking questions, thinking about doing research that hopefully will make a difference in society and improve the well-being of individuals and firm performance and just society overall. So I am working on a number of research streams and projects with my doctoral students and former doctoral students and colleagues. So I have many going on right now, but one research stream has to do with integrating methods and theories from micro and macro domains. Because when you think about big organizational challenges, it's going to be hard to solve them if we just use one method, or we just use one theory, or we just use a micro or a macro orientation. I think that big problems require big out-of-the-box solutions. So for example, an article we just published in Journal of Management Studies explains how to use 31 databases that typically are used in strategy and other macro fields like economics and sociology to do research in micro fields, such as organizational behavior and human resource management. As we know, a lot of the papers published in journals like SMJ use databases, but not so articles in micro journals. So that paper in Journal of Management Studies shows that actually databases do include a lot of data that micro researchers can use to advance theories. Another example of this integration of fields and methods and levels is a paper we just published in the International Journal of Human Resource Management. And in that paper, we use utility analysis, which is a method based on accounting. It comes from the field of accounting, to measure the financial impact and the financial contributions of HR hiring more star performers. So in this second paper, we're integrating accounting and methods of accounting into an area which is clearly HROB micro focus, which is star performers. So those were just two examples of our stream on integration of theories and methods.
Well, that sounds very exciting, and we'll look forward to seeing the fruition of those and any of the many high-level journals that you published in. Last, let me ask you about your CARMA presentation on October the 1st. Again, that's Friday, October the 1st at 12 Eastern Time. You can watch it if you are a member of a CARMA institutional member school. You can find more information about Herman's talk and all features of that program at our website, CARMATTU.com. And so, Herman, give us a preview of what you're going to be talking about next week.
Well, thanks. First of all, I'm truly, truly honored to deliver the Larry James Memorial Lecture. I miss Larry James dearly. He was an incredible scholar. He was a superb and extremely, extremely generous human being. I really miss him as a friend, as a mentor. So the lecture is based in large part on an article in Press at Organizational Research Methods. The title of our paper is Best Practice Recommendations for Producers, Evaluators, and Users of Methodological Literature Reviews. We all know that there is a frantic speed of progress in terms of methods. The reason is that we have new software like R, Python, very fast computers, we have big data, and so many new theories being published all the time that require novel methods to be tested. If you open up the pages of ORM, psychological methods, sociological methods and research, and other journals devoted to methods, you very, very quickly see that all of us researchers need to update our methods toolkit on an ongoing basis. There are new methods being improved and created all the time. But who has time to read all those papers, right? I don't, you don't. And also, to be also perfectly frank, many of these papers are very, very technical. So when you read a paper that reviews a method, you can see how those reviews are becoming very popular, because those reviews help us update and improve our methodological repertoire very efficiently and very easily with just reading one paper, which is often non-technical. And this is why you have these methods literature reviews that offer a one-stop shopping experience for methods we're not familiar with. So this is why these best practice recommendations papers have become so popular. So that's what my presentation will be about. And I will begin with 3 questions. The first one is, did you recently read a paper reviewing a methodological issue and you're wondering whether you can trust the recommendations in that paper? Number 2, have you been thinking about possibly writing a literature review of a methodological topic? And the third question I'm going to ask is, are you a reviewer or a journal editor? And would you like to offer authors of a submitted methodological review paper useful developmental feedback? So if your answer to any of these 3 questions is yes, then I think you will find my presentation useful.
Well, that's great. I think my answer to all 3 was yes. So
Trifecta then.
Yeah, and also, you know, I think it's particularly fitting the match of this topic to the fact that it's a lecture in memorial of Larry, because he wrote some of those early review articles that, you know, I benefited from, you benefited from, that sort of served as examples of how to push the field forward. So we'll very much look forward to your presentation next Friday, Herman. Thanks so much for joining us for that quick chat. And I will see you next week, and stay safe until then, my friend. Thank
Great
you.
to see you. Thank you so much.